Welcome everybody into the Collar Foundation Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. Matt Trudell and Mike Withers here with you today. Just to let everybody know, obviously you showed up to watch a game at 5 o'clock. It's now 5:47. Chesapeake, unfortunately, coming from the Eastern Shore, got stuck in some pretty serious traffic due to an accident. So we are about 8.5 minutes away from the start of the game. We'll be on in a couple minutes to do our full pregame, but we just wanted to let you know that is why we were getting a late start here today, and it will also push back the men's game, and we'll explain that on the men's stream, but we'll be back in a few. Welcome everybody into the Caller Foundation Complex here on the campus of Howard Community College. Matt Trudell here with Mike Withers for this women's basketball game between the visiting Chesapeake Skipjacks and your Howard Community College Dragons. How you doing today?
Not bad, man. Cold outside, but we got a warm climate in here, and looking forward to a great ball game.
So Dragons coming off of their first loss in a while. They were on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 game winning streak.
Yeah.
They lost on the road at Prince George's Community College, taking on the Owls, the number 2 seed right now in the Region 20 tournament. It was a tough matchup. Lost 57 to 45. Um, obviously, you don't want to lose a winning streak. There might be something to be said about having a loss going into the Region 20 tournament. Put a little bit of fire, get them ready. They, have these final 2 games, and then it's Region 20 time.
Yeah, I spoke with the coach, and if you're going to get a loss, you'd rather have one now they were feeling pretty good about themselves, maybe too good. So this kind of brings them back down to earth, make them get back to work. And this would be a good way to start another winning streak right here against Chesapeake today.
This game's pretty important for both teams. Dragons currently sitting at the 4 seed in the Region 20 tournament, um, which, could possibly spark them having to play CCBC Essex in the
Yeah,
second round of the tournament.
yeah,
They have a chance. They can improve how they play the rest of the season to the 3rd seed and overtake Montgomery. And then Chesapeake sitting in the 7th spot right now, which lead them to a first-round matchup against Prince George's County. They have a chance to move up to the 6th seed by the end of the season and overtake CCBC Catonsville, which we will have here next Wednesday night. So it's a big game for both teams. This Chesapeake team comes in 8-10 on the season. They're 4-4 in the conference. Um, they definitely want to improve and have a hot streak going into this tournament. They also need to secure their spot in this tournament, which I believe they're pretty safe.
yeah.
If I'm looking at the stats here, they should be pretty good to go making the tournament. And they're coached by head coach Gwen Barnes, been around for a while, very good coach, has had some really good teams. So they're always a threat. So this is also a potential matchup between these two teams coming into the tournament on March 6th.
Yeah, yeah. This might be a preview of one of the playoffs game, but Chesapeake's always tough. They play the Dragons real tough. This is a good matchup, but playoff seeding. Howard wants to go up in the standings. Chesapeake, long athletic club. It's going to be a tough game for them, but Howard, if they can get back to their winning ways, I think they will move up to that number 3 seed. And,
Yeah, and the players to watch out for this Chesapeake team, starting leading scorer number 5, Chris Augusta, 16.9 points per game. She also averages 9.9 rebounds a game, so almost averaging a double-double is going to be tough to deal with. And then number 13, Lorden Banks, averages 15.6 points, 7.5 rebounds per game. So those are the two main ones to look out for. Just under 10 points per game, 9.5 points per game is Chanel White. So they are players that we need to watch. The Dragons, the Skipjacks need to keep their eyes out for, kind of the big two on this team right now. Jayla Putman, 11.1 points per game, and Nicole Forbes, 10 points per game. But also you have Asani Offer, averaging 7.7 rebounds, 8.8 points per game. Hannah Chambers, 6.4 points, 8.8 points per game. So, the Dragons have some depth. They have some players that can contribute. But to look at this team moving forward, I think a lot of it comes down to Jayla Putman and Asani Offer and how they play can carry this team quite a far away.
Yeah, yeah. Jayla Putman has been their leader since she's come back, so we look for her to really pick her game up heading into the tournament. And they have an extra incentive tonight. This sophomore night, so they want to send these young ladies off at home with a win, so they have some extra incentive here.
All right, so we'll go to the starters for the Skipjacks team. Number 4, Diamani Davis. Number 5, Chris August. Number 13, Lorden Banks. Number 21, Ariana Woodside. And number 22, Chanel White. They are coached by head coach Gwen Barnes, assisted by Alex Barnes, Marvin Cofield, Melanie Cofield, and Kristen Vineski. The Dragons starting tonight, number 1, Tamir Whittle. Number 10, Asani Offer. Number 13, Jayla Putman. Number 14, Nicole Forbes. And number 21, Hannah Chambers. They are coached by head coach Aaron Barnes. She's assisted by Lamont Vaughn, Berkaya Smith, Chantal Oliver, and Michelle Johnson. We are going to step aside for the national anthem and the starting lineups in-house, and we'll be back for the opening tip-off of this first game of tonight. All right, back here in Columbia, national anthem done. Starters announced. As you mentioned before we went to break, this is sophomore night, so I figured it's only right that we give due credit to the sophomores. They were going to celebrate them at halftime, but because the game was delayed, they did it beforehand, so we're not going to get that on camera. But, number 1, Tamir Whittle, sophomore. Number 3, Zakiah Brown. Number 10, Asani Offer. Number 12, Dae Borobalde. Number 13, Jayla Putman. And number 22, Caden Jaselskis, all the sophomores that will be leaving this team at the end of this season. We do still have one more home game,
Yep.
so it's not a true sophomores night,
Right.
but we'll take it. We'll have Hannah Chambers going head-to-head against Diamani Davis for the opening tip-off, and the tip-off is won by Chesapeake, but they smacked it out of bounds, so it will be Dragons ball first.
Yeah, Diamante Davis got too much of that on the tip. Knocked it out of bounds.
Yeah. So Tamir Whittle, first possession for the Dragons, gets it inside to Offer, who gets it down low to Chambers. Chambers can't get the shot to go. Comes up with their own offensive rebound, though. Gets it back to Offer. Her shot was partially tipped. And now Ariana Woodside gets it up, and then Chesapeake, nope, it goes off of Jayla Putman, so it will stay with the Skipjacks.
Yeah, Howard doing a good job getting back in transition. Chesapeake off and running off that missed shot.
So now Woodside inbounds it to White. And now Woodside tries to get it down low, and it's stripped by Putman. Putman gets it up to Forbes, who's then stripped, but then Whittle strips it back. And then the ball is bouncing on the ground. It comes up in the hands of Chesapeake, and now White heading down. Going to stop Papa Jumper. No good. Asani Offer comes down with the rebound.
Man, a lot of action here already.
Yes. Chaotic scene. Now Putman just going to fire off a three. Too strong. Rebound drops to Davis. Now, these teams have been waiting to play this game. They were supposed to start, an hour ago.
Yep.
And you see them a little anxious right now.
Oh, yeah. Both teams a little jacked up.
So now Woodside with the ball. Inside to Davis. Davis hits the shot with the hand in her face.
Yeah, nice looking elbow jump shot from Davis right over top of Hannah Chambers.
So first points of the game belong to Chesapeake. It's 2-0. Whittle gets the cross-court pass from Putman. She's going to drive baseline, and then she travels.
I don't know. It looked like she had the pivot foot planted, but certainly the shoulders look like she traveled a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. At the very least, the body language looked like it. So now White with the ball to Woodside. Woodside gets it down low to Augusta, who got around Chambers and gets the basket to go.
Yeah, Chambers playing the quarter post. That's a nice entry pass, a left-hand layup.
So now Putman. Dragons looking for their first points. Forbes has it, and then she is tripped. So Dragons will have it along the baseline.
Yeah, Chesapeake in pretty aggressive man-to-man defense. Dragons trying to attack the foul line.
The foul was on number 22, Chanel White. Her first, team's first. Whittle gets the inbound. She's going to shoot a three, misses it, but Putman's there to get the rebound. Or the pass, depending.
Oh!
And Chambers was not ready for the ball, and Augusta comes up with the steal. She's going to go for the floater, too strong. Chambers now gets the rebound, and then she gets it poked away. And Woodside, and then a baseline jumper, no good, too strong for Banks. And Putman comes up with the ball, gets it up to Forbes. And Forbes is going to back out. No, she gets it stripped away. And then Banks kind of throws it up, but Davis is able to save it. Now Woodside.
Boy, I think both teams have more turnovers than points right now.
And Augusta gets the basket, and then she is fouled by Asani Offer. So a chance for a three-point play here. Offer picks up her first foul, team's first foul. And Coach Barnes calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay with you. Oh, yeah, Dragons have 5 turnovers so far.
5 turnovers and 0 points. Chesapeake with 6 points on the board, and not the way that Dragon wanted to start. Very sloppy on the offensive end.
So Chesapeake has a 6-point lead. They can stretch it to 7 if the free throw is made coming out of the timeout. Coach Barnes, wanting to settle her team down. They've turned the ball over, but, that opening possession, getting it down to Chambers, they've had some opportunities. A little sloppy with the ball, maybe rushing it a little too much. So we'll see how they look coming out of this timeout.
Yeah, they've got some good looks at the basket, but Chesapeake is putting a lot of defensive pressure. They're playing the game very, very fast paced. And right now, the Dragons just a step slow right now.
And these two coaches know each other very well. They've played a lot. Coach Gwen Barnes has been with Chesapeake for quite a while now. And like I said, she always has a good team. I mean,
Yeah.
come in looking at them being 8-10 this year. I haven't watched all their games, but I imagine they're maybe a little better than that record shows.
Well, it certainly looks like it like now. They very athletic, rebound well, and really run the floor.
So now August misses the free throw. Asani Offer comes down with it, and now Forbes pushing it the other way for the Dragons. Offer gets it to Putman. Offer wants it down low, but Whittle's going to swing it to Putman. Putman's going to shoot a 3. No good. Rebound drops to August of Chesapeake. And now Woodside gets it back to White. Putman almost stole it away, but Woodside's able to get it. Now White back out to Woodside. Dragons playing some tough defense right now.
Yeah, then the 1-2-2 matchup zone, get the turnover.
Yep, Woodside throws it right inside to Chambers. Forbes gets it to Whittle. Whittle loses it as she's driving baseline. Just unfortunate right there.
Yeah, Dragons are going to put a little full court pressure together, see if they can't turn the tide of this game.
So Woodside gets the inbound. And now White going to throw it all the way down to Davis, who then is fouled by Chambers.
Man, Hannah Chambers, I guess that's her first foul. I think the earlier foul was on Asani Offer, so.
So second team foul. Woodside gets the inbound. Looking for a pick. Now White baseline to Banks. Banks, her pass is tipped, but it ends up in White's hands, and then Banks takes a deep 2 and gets that to drop. Good shot.
Yeah, Banks with a hand on her face, able to get that to go.
9-0 here in Columbia. Whittle gonna fire off a 3, gets that to go, and Tamir Whittle has the first points of the game for the Dragons.
Yeah, Dragons with 5:40 finally get on the board.
Sorry, correction on the score. It's 8-3. Banks now for the Skipjacks loses it, but it ends up in Davis's hand, and she gets it to go.
Yeah, Davis with some good hands that time to pull that pass in and flip it up off the backboard.
Now Forbes gets it baseline to Putman. She's going to step in, take a deep 2. No good. Rebound goes to Banks. Bounces it up to White.
And Della Putman being aggressive here in the early going, looking for a shot, taking 2 threes already in long 2.
Now Woodside over to Banks. Banks inside to Gus, and she gets the layup to go. She's had a couple possessions where she's gotten around Hannah Chambers.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. She's doing a good job flashing in the post, as we call it. Chesapeake doing a good job of finding her down there.
Mackenzie Walters, Balde, and Ruth come in for Chambers, Putman, and Whittle. Coming into the game for Chesapeake is number 3, Taisha Moody. She comes in for number 13, Lorden Banks. And now Ruth with the ball, and she travels.
Traveling violation. Turnover to the skip.
Says she drugged that pivot foot. Again, Dragon staying in that 2-2-1 full court pressure.
Woodside gets it into White, and now Woodside has it. White gets it across the line, able to break that press rather easily. Woody gets it to Augusta. Augusta throws it all the way across the Woodside, who bounces it down low to Davis, and it goes out of bounds off Davis. Good defense by Balde.
Yeah, Balde did a good job of smacking the ball off her leg. Was able to recover on that pass.
So Forbes now gets it across the timeline over to Whittle. And it goes off of Balde's leg and out of bounds.
Yeah, just a lot of unforced errors by the Dragons right now.
A 30-second timeout. So we will stay here. Looking at the stats, it's 12-3. Dragons are 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3-point range. Chesapeake 6 of 9 from the field.
Yeah, Chesapeake's getting some good looks at the basket. A lot of shots in the paint and take advantage of that. So good ball movement from Chesapeake. And how many turnovers do the Dragons have?
They have 8, and Chesapeake has 6 points off those turnovers.
Yeah, there's a difference in your game right there. Yeah, it's turnover, something that Dragons have not been doing as of late. They've been doing a great job taking care of the ball. So that will have to improve going forward.
So both teams coming back out onto the court. Dragons staying with their same lineup. Whittle, Ruth, Forbes, Balde, and Walters. Same thing with Chesapeake, August, Davis, Woody. Oh, no, sorry. Lord and Banks came back into the game for White. And Banks has it. She's going to throw up a floater, kisses it off the backboard.
All right, nice move by Banks.
Yeah. She is the second leading scorer on this team. Now Whittle wants to get inside, but she's going to swing it to Ruth. Now Whittle gets it back. Forbes. Now to Balde along the baseline. Kicks it out to Ruth. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Ruth is going to fire off a 3, too strong. And Davis comes down with the rebound.
From Chesapeake defense, they're doing a great job of making Howard shoot jump shots.
Woodside over to Moody. Now Banks gets the friendly roll.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to contain Banks. So right now, she's having her way.
She's up to 6 points. Whittle now over to Ruth. Struggles with the pass, but she's able to recover. Now Whittle inside to Walters. Walters turnaround jumper too strong. Balde gets the rebound, misses that put back. But then Walters gets it to go, and will have a chance at a 3-point play.
Walters and Balde playing volleyball down there from
right
outside of the basket.
So Woodside picks up the foul. That is her first. Tamir Whittle comes out for Caden Jaselskis.
Yeah, they got put their other 3-point shooter in the ball game, Jaselskis.
So Walters going to take the first free throw of the game for the Dragons.
Okay, here we go.
And she gets it to go. Nothing but net.
All right.
So Woodside now with the ball. Dragons down by 10, 16-6. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Moody swings it over to Banks. Banks tries to drive baseline, but is shut down by Ruth. And now thrown down low. And Banks struggles with the pass. She is able to recover, then throws it out to Woodside. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Davis. Now Woodside. She has to fire off a 3. No good. Forbes comes down with the rebound. Good job boxing out by Walters.
Yeah, good defense by the Dragons.
And Davis smacks it out of bounds.
Boy, Jameer Whittle having a tough time handling the ball today, dribbling into traffic. Chesapeake very long on defense, doing a good job trapping.
Back underway. Now Forbes gets it back from Ruth. Ruth is going to fire off a three. Gets it to go.
That's a big bucket from Mariah Ruth. Look, smooth on that shot.
Now Banks with the ball. Gets it down low to Davis. Davis going to take on two defenders. She gets fouled.
Wow, that's a tough call. I think they did a good job. Had hands up. Can't do it much better than that.
Foul's going to be on Mackenzie Walters. That's her first.
Yeah.
That's her first and the team's third.
Wow, did a good job down there. Unfortunate, didn't get the.
Davis no
play.
good on the first free throw.
And Davis really bullying her way to the basket on that play.
Gets the second free throw to go. Now Forbes runs point for the Dragons. Dragons down by 8 points. Trying to claw their way back. Plenty of game left. Jaselskis struggles with the pass, but she's able to recover. Spins out of trouble. Throws it over to Forbes. Forbes thought about a three. Then gets a pick from Walters. And then Forbes is fouled.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be on number 3.
Yep.
Nope, they call it on Woodside, so that's her second.
Yeah, we can see what Chesapeake is trying to do. They're trying to funnel them to the corner and trap.
Yep.
So Forbes and Whittle have to keep the ball moving, keep it out of the corners.
Whittle comes in for Forbes. Ariana Woodside's going to take a seat with 2 fouls, and coming in for her is Leandrea Nichols. Now Whittle gets it over to Jaselskis. Back to Whittle. Under 10 seconds left. Whittle's just going to drive, and she gets fouled and gets it to go. What a floater by Tamir Whittle.
Yeah, that's a tough shot by Whittle, man. Just went to reverse dribble and pulled up and hung in the air. Wow.
And they're going to call the foul on number 1, Andrea Nichols. So she picks up a foul as soon as she comes into this game.
Man, and Dragons clawing their way back. They were down by 12 at one point, I believe, in this quarter. Cut the lead to 6 and cut it to 5 with the free throw.
They need a towel to wipe up the court, it looks like.
Yeah, somebody hit the floor over there. And this does not look like a 10 and 14 team right now. They're playing very well.
Yeah, they definitely have some talent. So Whittle, down by 6, has a chance to cut it to 5 with this free throw. And she gets it to go. So now Banks going to run point for this Skipjacks team. Gets it across the line, calling out a play for her team. Now back to Banks. Under a minute to go in the first quarter, and a travel is called on Banks.
Yeah, Banks saw the opening, got a little anxious. Tried to get down the lane.
Whittle gets the inbound. Now Balde, she can't handle the pass, and it's in the hands of Moody. Moody throws it down low to Gus, and she's fouled by Ruth.
And Mariah Ruth running the floor, trailing the play.
So 2 free throws coming Chris Gus' way.
Dragon transition defense is going to be key today, Matt, because Chesapeake really pushes the ball off for a miss, a make, rebound. They push the ball.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw, but the offensive rebound drops to Skipjacks, and Davis puts it up, no good. And then it goes out of bounds off of Jaselska, so it will stay with the Skipjacks. 32.3 seconds left on the clock, 17 seconds left on the shot clock.
And Davis really pounding the boards for Chesapeake.
Banks gets it into Moody. Now Davis gonna fire off a three. No good. Rebound drops to Whittle. And Whittle gets it across the line, but she's just gonna slow it down. Now Ruth thought about a three. Then she gets stripped. But they call a foul. They're gonna say she was shooting, so she will go to the line.
Yeah, and I like that by Ruth. The pump fake and attack the basket. Didn't settle for the three.
And the foul is on number 1, Moody. That's her second.
Boy, foul starting to rack up for Chesapeake.
First free throw is good for Mariah Ruth. Dragons have done a wonderful job after starting out very slow.
Yeah.
They have made this a much closer game than it was just a few minutes ago. Second free throw, not good, but the Dragons come down with the offensive rebound, and then they're going to call a jump ball, and will go to the Skipjacks.
Yeah, Balday having a little trouble handling the ball.
Dragons were down double digits very early on. It's now a 5-point game. If they play some defense right here, they'll go into the break with being down by 5. Banks it off the backboard and in. There's not much you can do with that.
No, that's the second one that she's made like that, kind of off-balance bank shot. So that's her thing.
All right, at the end of 1, Dragons are down by 7, 20-13. Skipjacks are in the lead. We'll be back at the start of second quarter. All right, back here for the start of the second quarter. 20-13.
And Dragons in good shape, man. I think 2 of the top 3 scorers have yet to get in the book, and they're only down 7 right now. So they have to feel good about where they are based upon how this game started.
So Putman gets it into Forbes. Dragons will start the second quarter. Putman, Forbes, Chamber, Brown, and Offer. Nice pass. Gets it into Hannah Chambers. She gets it to go. We'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
I believe that's another foul. Is that, number 5? I thought it was Davis. No, that's August with the foul.
And that's her first. But coming onto the court now for Chesapeake is Chanel White, who has 2 fouls, and Woodside, who both of them have 2 fouls. Chambers completes the 3-point play.
Yeah, we got a 4-point ball game.
Now White over to Banks. Down low to Augusta, and then her pass was way too hard for Davis, but ends up in Woodside's hands. She shoots a 3, no good. Offer goes up big for the rebound. And now Brown gets it over to Putman.
Yes.
Putman driving. Misses the floater. Davis gets it, but she goes out of bounds, so it'll be Dragons ball.
Yeah, Jella Putman putting away the jump shot that time. Put the ball on the deck, try to get to the basket.
So Putman looks inbound. They're still going to have 15 seconds on the shot clock. Brown gets the inbound. Now offer over to Forbes, and the Dragons go reset, but they're under 10 seconds already. Forbes out to Brown. Brown's going to drive baseline, throws up a floater, gets it to go.
Zakai Brown, nice little dribble along the baseline, little floater.
And this is the perfect example of the Dragons using their defense to get back into this game.
Yep.
Now Banks thought about a three. She's going to drive. Gets it over to Gus. And now out to Woodside. 10 seconds left, and her pass is too wide for White.
Yeah.
Dragons are making them rush.
Yeah, Dragons turn up the defensive pressure right now. Those inside passes, they're not there right now. So they've shut off the inside.
Forbes gets it across the line. Dragons can tie it here or take the lead. Forbes over to Chambers. Chambers is going to take a baseline jumper. Rims in and out. Woodside comes down with the rebound for the Skipjacks. Now Banks down low, but it is way too high for everybody.
Yep.
It'll be Dragons ball.
Davis started out the game. She was on fire. She's really cooled off now. I see her kind of breathing, holding her trunks a little bit.
Forbes gets it across the line. 8:05 left in the first half. Putman with the ball. Dragons down 2. Now Forbes left open, baseline 3. Too strong. Rebound drops to Davis, and now Banks is going to push it the other way.
Hannah Chambers may have got away with that one. I thought she climbed it back, but no call.
Now Davis can't get the shot to go. Offer goes for the rebound, goes off her foot and out of bounds, so we'll stay with Chesapeake.
Yeah, Davis missed a little turnaround in the lane.
So Banks gets it into Woodside. Woodside pushes it to the right. Now she's going to come back towards the center, gets it to Banks. Banks is going to fire off a 3. No good. Auguste gets the rebound, gets it out to Davis. Davis can't get it to go. And then Offer comes down with the rebound. Forbes now up to Putman. Putman can't handle the pass, but she's able to recover it. Now Forbes over to Brown. Brown's going to fire off a 3. Banks it in. Oh, okay. And the Dragons, well, if they can use the backboard,
so can we.
And the Dragons take their first lead of the game, 21-20. They have settled into this game.
Yeah, sophomore Zakia Brown coming off the bench, giving them 5 points and a lift.
Out of bounds, possession to the Dragons.
Banks misses the shot, and it goes out of bounds, so it'll be Dragons ball. This crowd is rowdy. This is probably the best crowd we've had this season so far.
Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, well, plus they're making some noise in here.
They're definitely making some noise. Hotman now gets a pick from Chambers. They're going to call offensive foul on Hannah Chambers.
Yeah, so Hannah Chambers moving. Yeah, Putnam. Just wait a split second for that screen to set.
D.A. Boyle Balde comes in for Chambers. Chambers just picked up her second foul.
Yeah.
Woodside gets it into White, and now Woodside receives it back.
Yeah, so Putnam matching up with Davis down low.
Auguste can't get it to go. Davis gets a rebound. Then they're going to call a foul. Nope, the jump ball. I was about to say, it should have been.
Yeah.
So it will stay with Chesapeake.
Yeah, Davis is tenacious on the backboard.
So inbound goes out to White. She's going to shoot a 3 right away. Misses it. Offer comes down with the rebound. And then she's going to push it up the court. Drops it back to Forbes, who's open for 3. She hits it, but they call a travel.
Wow, I don't know about that call. That was tough.
Yeah.
Man, she just walked into a 3 and thought that was a good play, but hey, you didn't see it that way.
So now Woodside with the ball. Over to Banks. Banks gets it back from White, and Banks drives, and that is a travel.
Yeah, that time she tried to go with one of her little fancy shots, got caught in the air.
She plays with a certain level of reckless abandonment.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Forbes now gets it across the line. Inside to Offer. And Offer gets blocked by Davis, and Augusta is heading the other way. Gets it up to White, and then White gets the layup to go.
Yeah, White, that's a good contested layup by White. Was able to get it up off the glass.
So now Skipjack's up by 1 point, 5:36 and counting left in the first half. Forbes now with the ball for the Dragons. Putman gets it to Balde. Gets it back to Putman, who's going to shoot a three, but that's going to be off. Perfect distance. Just the wrong line.
Yeah, Putnam wasn't quite sure. I don't think she was expecting to get that back.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite ready.
She's now 0 of 5 from the field. 0 for 3 from the three-point line. Woodside with the ball. Over to Banks. Banks is going to drive. Gets stripped by Forbes. Forbes is going to head the whole way. Misses the layup. Putman gets it, and then she cleans it up. And it's 23-22, under 5 minutes left in the first half. Woodside now.
For all you youngsters, that's why you follow the play. Putman in perfect position to get offensive rebound and put it back.
White now. Back to Banks. Banks going to fire off a three. No good. And then they're going to call a foul on Davis.
Wow, Davis kind of cooled off on the offensive end. Gets the over-the-back call right there.
You got a media timeout, so we're going to step aside. We'll be back. Dragons up 1, 23-22, 4:32 left in the first half.
She may be one of the best.
All right, coming back out of the media timeout. Dragons heading out. Will be their ball with the 1 point lead.
Yep.
And Forbes gets it, and we are back underway.
And Dragons' depth causing some problems for Chesapeake early.
Brown gets it out to Offer. Offer drives. She gets stripped by Banks. And now Woodside's going to push it up the court.
Thanks.
Forbes comes up with the steal. Gets it up to Putman. Putman gets the layup to go. And that's important because Putman has been struggling, and she just got 2 easy baskets. Brings her up to 4 points just like that. Dragons take a 3-point lead.
Yeah, that might help her find her rhythm.
Now White with the ball for the Skipjacks. Gets into Gus. Now back out to White.
Dragons going to a man-to-man defense.
Out of bounds. Turnover to the Dragons.
You know, I'll tell you this guard combo with Woodside and White, they've had a couple communication issues so far. A couple turnovers just off of them trying to pass it to each other.
Yeah. Ball pressure has hurt them. Standing, not really going to receive the basketball.
White comes out of the game for the Skipjacks. In for her is Moody. Now Brown with the ball for the Dragons. Over to Offer. Now Brown gets it to Forbes. Now Putman thought about a three, and then she travels.
Boy, tell you, they must have gotten 5 or 6 traveling calls. They're really on that today.
Yeah.
The officials are really calling it very tight.
Davis gets it into Woodside. Now Banks gets around Putman. Drives, misses the shot. Forbes comes up with it. Forbes dribbling through a bunch of defenders and then gets fouled. Hits the floater. Will not count, but that was still pretty.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, another foul on Chesapeake.
And that's going to be on Moody. Moody. That's her first. So if there was a foul for someone to get, it would be Moody.
Yeah.
Now Brown. Putman down low to Offer. She can't handle the pass, but she's able to track it down. Gets it back to Baldy inside. Baldy, nice move. Looked like she got hit on the arm. No call. And now a long pass that is not able to be saved by Banks, so it will be Dragons' ball.
Yeah, I like the play by Baldy. Got her in the post, and she's able to go to that left hand. So I think she kind of thought she got hit on the arm.
Yeah. But I could hear it through my headphones. Yeah. So Offer now with the ball, drives, and she's going to travel.
Traveling violation. Turnover to the Skipjacks.
Sonny Offer trying to split double teams. Turned the ball over the last couple of times down.
Now Woodside with the ball for the Skipjacks. Gets it across the line. Gets it over to Davis, who wasn't ready for it, but was able to secure it anyway. And then she gets fouled. They're going to say it's on the floor. It's on the Sonny Offer.
Yeah, Sonny Offer saying she was hand checking.
That's her second foul.
As we see on the playground, Davis was getting ready to go into her bag. Between the legs, around the back. She was looking try to get to the basket.
Ruth comes in for a Sonny Offer.
Howard fouls.
And now Woodside looks to inbound it. She has to throw it into Banks. Banks takes on 2 defenders, bounces out to August, who shoots a 2. No good. And Forbes comes down with the rebound. Forbes throws it away to Davis. Davis gets it up to Banks. And Zakiah Brown was there. Commits the foul.
Wow. That's good defense by Zakiah Brown. Looked like it was a loose ball. I didn't think she really had the basketball.
Yeah.
But gets the foul.
So Whittle comes into the game for Forbes. Brown picks up her first foul, team's third. Banks looking to inbound it. And then it gets knocked out of bounds by Putman. Now Woodside's going to inbound. And they call a foul.
Jayla Putman for holding.
Putman.
Yeah. Off the ball.
That's her first foul.
Yeah, Banks doing a good job. Made a good move to get to the ball, and Putman grabbed her. Like a defensive back, pass interference.
Yeah. So now, back underway. Woodside looking inbound. Gets it into Moody. Moody deep too. No good. Balde comes up with the rebound. Gets it to Ruth. Ruth heading all the way down. Can't get the layup to go, but Putman's there. Cleans it up and has a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, I like that exchange by the Dragons. Tough defense, and then attacking the glass. Offensive rebound.
And that is a Gus second foul. Putman goes to the line for a chance at a three-point play. In and out. 27-22. Dragons are up. 1:45 left in the first half. Woodside now with the ball. Woodside's going to drive. Floater no good. Gets her own rebound. Gets it into Davis. Davis gets fouled. No good on the shot, but she will go to the line for two.
Yeah, that's going to be on ball day. Davis is always around the ball.
Yep.
And Chesapeake, they do a good job of finding her. She's got great hands.
That's her first.
It's Balday's first foul. Mackenzie Walters is going to come in for her.
And that depth of the Dragons bench, man, you take Balday out and put in Mackenzie Walters. You have Hannah Chambers still sitting.
Yeah. Jaselskis with the three.
Yep.
Dragons definitely have a lot of options. Their players have definitely matured over the season and have, advanced their skills. No good on both free throws. Now Whittle with the ball. Waited too late, but got it to Walters and gets it to go. Good patience by Whittle.
Yeah, that's a great play.
Wanted to get it to Ruth. That was shut down and just found Walters.
Yep. Great patience, and Walters, good job. High off the glass.
Now Gus with the ball, driving on Walters, gets around her and gets the layup to go.
Yeah, that's good downhill play by Gus.
Under a minute left in the first half. Ruth is going to shoot a three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Davis, and now Woodside pushing up the court. Gets it to August. August tries to get it off the backboard. No good. Walters gets the ball, and then a foul is called. It's going to be on August. That's, I believe, her third.
Yeah, Mackenzie Walters doing a good job blocking out there. And they're going to say she climbed Mackenzie Walters back.
So White has to come into this game, and Chesapeake is definitely going to be dealing with some foul trouble going into the second half.
Yeah.
Their star player, 3 fouls. They have 3 other players with 2 fouls. If one of those, White comes in for Gus to finish the half out for her, and she has 2 fouls. So, and Walters is going to the line.
Yeah, I think Davis has 2 fouls. Amani Davis. Man, Mackenzie Walters.
Yeah. One of those players. I mean, I think she's probably been the most improved throughout the season.
Absolutely. Knocking down short shots, hitting the free throws.
Second free throw, no good. Davis comes up with it. Now Woodside drops it off to White. White's going to drive, bounces it to the other side for Davis. She can't hit the layup, gets her own rebound, and puts it up and in.
Yeah, help side defense kind of let the Dragons down that time. Nobody rotated to pick up Davis.
So Dragons can have the last shot if they want it. Putman with the ball. All the way across the Whittle. 10 seconds on the clock. Now Ruth, she's just going to shoot the open three. Oh! In and out and then off the backboard. And Mariah Ruth ends the first half with the three. Dragons are up 33-26 at half. What a comeback in this first half. And we'll be back at the start of the second half.
Badder than. Anyway we see them, we a bang pan another one. Bust up 4, 5 Nanko, 1 Remington. Any boy this ballot on them in a Kellington. Bad man, you know where vibes can done. Vibes can done, we kill a sound boy for fun. Big bad man from outer England. Baseline drop a tell you who baseline.
Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we. Badder than, bad from me bad. Where you get your badder from? Thing where me get. Coulda come from Afghanistan. They don't want see this cross like me up in me hand. Badder man, you know me vibes can done. Lyrics them a fire like a bullet from a gun. Big badder man from outer England. When me lyrics start fire, watch a song boy run.
Yo, walk with the rapper pam pam. From a guy this day program, shot a slam. Them say them a bad man, me have a hawk. Which one? When we a fire shot, pull pin and fling bomb. Them dead be have a trample them like kings. Dogs pull up on your foot and none of them no sing song. Balaclava pan face, matic in a hand. When I have time for waste with the rapper pam pam. Shot a slam me badder than.
Nobody better than we.
Badder than. Badder than.
Do you want your power hold up? A little, 'cause I'm just a little drunk and I wanna come party with you. A little, can I look into your eyes? I can tell that you're high too. That's okay, baby, 'cause I just wanna party with you. 'Cause when we hit the beat, baby, I just wanna party with you all night. Someone on the phone, 'cause I can't hold my tongue. 'Cause if I get too drunk, baby, then I'm gonna ruin the fun. That's not your problem, it's because I've seen too much, baby. Sorry if I get PTSD, but I just wanna party with you all night, because you make me happy. That's right, I wanna party with you tonight, because you make everything alright.
Howard Community College is where dreams take flight and opportunities are boundless. No matter where you are in life, you'll have a college experience that fits your needs. Receive support through more than just financial aid, tutoring, and childcare assistance. Gain momentum with accelerated courses and faculty who care. Experience a vibrant community where friendships are formed, passions are pursued, and memories are made. When you graduate, you'll have the degree, skills, confidence, and connections to thrive in today's ever-changing world. Explore endless possibilities in Dragon Country. Discover more at howardcc.edu today.
Badder than. Anyway we see them, we a bang pan another one. Bust up 4-5 Nanko, 1 Remington. Any boy this ballot on them in a Kellington. Bad man, you know where vibes can done. Vibes can done, we kill a sound boy for fun. Big bad man from outer England. Baseline drop, I tell you who baseline.
Nobody better than we. Nobody better than we.
Badder than. Bad from me bad. Where you get your badder from? Thing where me get. Coulda come from Afghanistan. They no want see this cross make me up in me hand. But other man, you know me vibes can done. Lyrics them a fire like a bullet from a gun. Big other man from outer England. When me lyrics start fire, watch a song boy run.
Yo, walk with the rapper pam pam. From a guy this day program, shot a slam. Them say them a bad man, me a fi hawk. Which one? When we a fire shot, pull pin and fling bomb. Them dead be a fi trample them like king. Dogs pull up on your foot and none of them no sing song. Balaclava upon face, matic in a hand. When I have time for waste with the rapper pam pam. Shot a slam me badder than.
Nobody better than we.
Badder than.
Badder than.
Do you mind if I wild out a little? 'Cause I'm just a little drunk and I wanna come party with you. A little. When I look into your eyes, I can tell that you're high too. But that's okay, baby, 'cause I just wanna party with you. 'Cause when we hit the beat, baby, I just wanna party with you all night. Someone on my phone, 'cause I can't hold my tongue. 'Cause if I get too drunk, baby, then I'm gonna ruin the fun. That's not your problem, it's because I've seen too much, baby. Sorry if I get PTSD, but I just wanna party with you all night, because you make me happy. That's right, I wanna party with you tonight, because you make everything alright.
Howard Community College is where dreams take flight and opportunities are boundless. No matter where you are in life, you'll have a college experience that fits your needs. Receive support through more than just financial aid, tutoring, and childcare assistance. Gain momentum with accelerated courses and faculty you care. Experience a vibrant community where friendships are formed, passions are pursued, and memories are made. When you graduate, you'll have the degree, skills, confidence, and connections to thrive in today's ever-changing world. Explore endless possibilities in Dragon Country. Discover more at howardcc.edu today.
All right, back here in Columbia, Matt Trudell, Mike Withers here with you for the start of the second half. Dragons are up 33-26, shooting 40% from the field. Chesapeake is shooting 60% at the end of the first quarter. They've fallen all the way back down to 37.5%.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of the depth of Howard and a little fatigue. Bench is a little short over there for Chesapeake, but Dragons doing a good job keeping pressure on them.
So it'll be Dragons ball first. Chesapeake has a few players that are in foul trouble, so we'll see how they manage that. And we are underway. Whittle over to Putman. Gets it down low to Chambers, and then she was blocked, but they're going to call a foul, and that's tough because that's a Gus, I believe, her fourth.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Think she got her in the hand and the ball, but man,
That is crucial.
yeah.
I was wondering if they were going to attack her to start this second half, and this one as good as could be for the Dragons because she's going to have to spend quite a bit of time on the bench.
Yeah, Hannah Chambers slipping behind the defense, and they were able to find her. I think it was Putman who found her.
First free throw good. Dragons now 6 of 9 from the free throw line.
Man, 66%. That's not bad. The free throwing has been improving as the season has gone.
And the skipjack's only 2 of 7.
Wow.
Missed the second free throw. Score is an 8-point lead for the Dragons, largest lead of the game. And now Woodside over to White. Now Moody. White back over to Woodside. 8 seconds on the shot clock. White gets it into Davis. Davis good drive. Then Banks finds an opening. Can't get the shot to go. Gets her own rebound. Misses that as well. And then Offer comes down with it. Gets it up to Whittle. Whittle, nice move. And then she turns it over. And then Offer is able to get it. And then a foul is going to be called on Moody, I believe.
Yeah, Moody came off the bench. That's her second foul.
That is her second foul.
Yeah. Whittle with a nice drive trying to get the ball to Offer, but she didn't attack the ball.
And now Forbes over to Offer. Now Putman to Chambers. Chambers, good drive, gets it poked away. Battle for the ball on the ground. It is a jump ball, and it will be Chesapeake's ball.
And Chesapeake was very active hands, poking the ball away once again. Turnover number 18 for Howard.
Now Dragons going to run a bit of a press. Woodside over to White. White gets it up to Banks. Banks finds Davis. Davis can't handle the pass, otherwise she would have had a wide open shot, and then Banks steps out of bounds. So it'll be Dragons ball.
What a turn of events. Banks wide open. Can't handle it. Turns the ball over. Man, potential 4-point play. The Dragons can score here.
Now Forbes over to Putman. Forbes now with it. Calls for a pick. Kicks it out to Putman. Now Chambers, baseline jumper. Too strong. Offer. Had the rebound at first, but then was smacked out of her hand, so we'll stay with the Dragons.
Sonny Offer doing all the dirty work right now.
Putman looking to get it inbounds, gets it to Forbes. Forbes swings it over to Whittle. Now Whittle bounces it over to Chambers. Chambers misses the shot. Davis comes down with the rebound. Now Woodside pushes it all the way up to Banks. Banks gets around Forbes, misses the shot. Chambers comes down with the rebound, and now Forbes heading the other way. Bounces it up to Putman. She is fouled, and that's unfortunate for Davis because Putman was too far under the basket, ends up laying it up off the bottom of the backboard, but she will go to line for 2.
Well, Putman did a good job running the floor. And I believe that was Whittle. That's a great bounce pass.
Yep, and that is Davis's second foul.
Number 12, Dean Woodrow
Balde is going to come in for Chambers. First free throw good for Putman.
Coach Barnes talking to Hannah Chambers. I think there's been a couple of defensive breakdowns.
Both free throws are good. Dragons up to a double-digit lead. 36-26, 7:43 and counting left in the third quarter. Moody now with the ball over to Woodside. And White now to Banks. Banks has to just get it out to Moody. Moody gets stripped by Whittle. And then Whittle gets trapped. She gets out of trouble. Gets it up to Balde, who gets it to Offer. Now they're going to resettle it with Whittle. Forbes deep two, no good. Rebound falls to Davis, and they're going to call Putman for a foul. That might be her third.
Yeah, Jella Putman coming over the back.
Nope, just her second. So
Howard foul number 13, Jayla Putman. That's her second, team's first.
Woodside now with the ball for Chesapeake. It's interesting to see, you know, they're going to need someone else to step up. Banks has had a good game so far, but with August on the bench, they're going to need to find some scoring. Moody over to Woodside. Woodside's going to drive, bounces it down low to Banks, and Banks gets the reverse layup to go. Good pass by Woodside.
Yeah, it was a great bounce pass by Woodside. Right between two defenders and a reverse layup by Banks. Tough shot.
Now Whittle over to Offer. Offer kicks it out to Putman. Swings it over to Forbes. Inside to Offer. Offer in trouble. Has to throw up a wild shot. No good. It's bounced back to White. And White's going to push it up to Banks. And Banks is just going to slow it down. And then she's going to drive baseline. And then Balde is able to strip it from her. It goes out of bounds off of Balde. But a good job by Balde with the help defense.
Yeah, good job. Balde was right there, able to get her hands on the ball.
Woodside gets it to White. White can't handle the pass. It almost goes out of bounds, but she's able to recover. And then she oh no, they call a foul.
Man. Dribble drive all the way from the wing. You don't see this very often.
Yep.
5 in, 5 out.
Chambers, Ruth, Walters, Brown, and Jaselskas come on for the Dragons. The foul was on number 12. That's Balde. That's her second. White goes to the line for 2 free throws. Gets the first one to go. And they have their first, oh no, not their first points of the second half.
White with a nice dribble drive from the wing.
Misses the second one. And now Zakiah Brown's going to run point for the Dragons.
And this is the lineup I've been wanting to see, Matt. You got both of your three-point shooters in the game right here.
Jaselskas with the ball. She's going to drive. Gets it over to Walters, but it goes off a leg. And then Ruth is open for 3. Misses the 3. Chambers comes down with the offensive rebound.
Yeah, the shot clock. I don't think the ball hit the rim.
You know, I feel like it hit just the side of
Did it?
But, you know, they're saying they're resetting the shot clock to 10.
Yeah. Yeah, said it didn't hit anything. 9 seconds on the shot.
So now Brown, 7 seconds. 5. Now Jaselskas is just going to have to fire it up, but she doesn't know, and she throws it last second, hits the side of the backboard, and it's a shot clock violation.
Yeah. Yeah, Coach Barnes not showing a whole lot of patience this afternoon. 5 out again.
Balde, Whittle, Putman, Offer, and Forbes come back into the game for the Dragons.
Yeah, the lineup I wanted to see had both three-point shooters in the game, but
it's like a shift change in hockey.
Oh, man.
Woodside now. Down low to Banks. No good on the shot. Banks has it under the hoop. The jump on it will be Dragons ball.
Man, a lot of contact under the basket down there. No call. Man, they're letting them play. Whoa. Oh, my gracious.
She should have just let Forbes go back and get it.
Yeah. You can see that coming a mile away. Unforced error.
So Dragons have a 7-point lead Had it as high as 10.
Yeah, I would call it a tenuous 7-point lead right now, where they're kind of turning the ball over, miscues.
Now Banks across the Woodside. Woodside throws it into Davis, and then they're going to call a blocking foul. I think it's going to be on Balde.
Yeah, that's
So that's her third.
Yeah, Davis come up a little gimpy right there.
12 team on it. That's her third team.
Now Davis with the ball. Over to White. Back to Davis. Davis good drive. She loses it out of bounds. It'll be Dragons ball.
Yeah. Yeah, Davis, great athlete. Ball handling, giving her a little difficulty this afternoon.
Whittle gets across the line, gets it to Forbes, into Balde, and then Davis picks up a cheap foul.
Yeah. You took the words right out of my mouth. No chance on that one. He was in bad position to begin with.
That is her third foul, too. So we are at immediate timeout. 4:58 left in the third quarter. 36-29. Dragons up 7. We'll be back. All right. We are back. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Dragons ball. Coming out of timeout. They would like a bucket here, especially coming out of the timeout. Balde gets the inbound. She drives and gets the shot to go.
It all counts. Balde went up strong. Look at the ball got tipped, but it went in.
It barely touched the net. Now Woodside out to Davis. Davis drives, gets blocked by Balde, goes out of bounds off of Balde.
That's a great defensive play by Balde. Davis on the attack. Balde with her hand straight up, able to block that shot.
Woodside now looking to inbound it. Gets it over to Banks. Banks is going to drive baseline, other side to Davis. No good, but then she gets the putback.
Yeah, now that drives the coach crazy. Nice help defense, but no one's rotating on the weak side.
Now Offer, baseline jumper, gets that to go.
Yeah.
I think that's her first points of the game.
Yeah,
it is.
She struggled on the offensive end, but maybe that'll get her started. 4 minutes left here in the third quarter.
Dragons up 9. Woodside moves to her left, throws it inside to Banks. Banks gets blocked. Oh, no, they call a foul.
Man, Balde in great position, hand straight up. That's a tough call.
And that's her fourth foul, so she will likely take a seat.
Wow. Coach Barnes talking to the officials. Man, Balde played that perfectly. Hand straight up. Couldn't do it any better.
First free throw, no good for Banks.
Yeah. What do they say on the playground, Matt? Ball don't lie.
Second free throw's good. Hannah Chambers is going to come in for Balde.
Well, she made 1 out of 2, so maybe it was a half a foul if the ball don't lie. We'll take it.
All right, now Putman inside the Chambers was not ready for it. They call it jump ball. Will go Chesapeake's way.
Turnover number 22 for the Dragons. Wow.
So Woodside now is going to bring it up the court for the Skipjacks. She gets it baseline to Banks, who gets the layup.
Yeah, that's just too easy. Little backdoor cut.
And Coach Barnes calls a full timeout. Dragons up 6, 40-34 at 3:36 left in the third quarter. We'll be back. All right. Coming back out of the timeout. Dragons back on the court. Skipjacks having some final moments. Coaching, it will be Skipjack's ball. No, it's Dragons ball, sorry.
Yeah, Dragons ball. Dragons having some problems on the defensive end, giving up some easy buckets.
Now, Putman swings it over to Brown. Now Forbes. Putman with the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock. She's going to drive to her left, swings it out to Offer, who gets it to Brown, and Brown travels.
Yeah, Zakiya Brown shuffling her feet. Turnovers really plaguing Howard here in the second half.
Woodside hands it off to Banks. Banks is going to drive and get the tough layup to go.
Yeah, Banks is really keeping Chesapeake in the game here in the second half.
Yeah, they got to put a lot on her shoulders since August is not able to come in. Forbes, nice hesitation, gets by the defender. She is fouled on the floor. That foul is going to be on Banks. And that is her first.
Yeah, pump fake by Hannah Chambers.
Ruth is coming into the game for Putman. Ruth needs to inbound it, gets it into Forbes, but it's a little low, and Davis gets the steal for the Skipjacks. 4-point game here in Columbia. Now Woodside hands it off to White. White, deep two, gets it to go.
Yeah, Howard struggling this man-to-man defense right now. Chesapeake with a lot of open looks, knocking them down.
Forbes now inside to Chambers. Chambers is going to drive, spin, and then she is fouled on the ground. And I believe that's going to be on Banks again, so now she has two.
Chesapeake foul on the 13th Lord in a minute. That's your second. Team's over the limit. And it's Chambers to the line.
They'll call a shooting foul.
Chambers does not get the first one to go. Can't get the second one to go. Ruth goes up for the rebound but cannot get it. Now Banks has it. She goes all the way, misses the layup. Chambers comes down with the rebound. She's going to get it up to Ruth. And Ruth can't get the layup to go, and then Woodside comes down with the rebound.
Yeah, it's a nice outlet by Hannah Chambers. Ruth couldn't finish, but she ran the floor real well.
Now Woodside slows it down, calls out a play for her teammates. Moves to her left, hands it off to Banks. Banks picks up her dribble, needs some help, drops it off to Moody. Moody for three with the hand in her face, no good. And then it goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Chesapeake off of Asani Offer.
Boy, Banks real close to picking up another foul. Thought she went over the back, but no call. The ball will stay here with Chesapeake.
So Woodside looking to inbound now. Gets it into Moody, and Moody travels. Dragons got bailed out there.
Yeah, good help by Hannah Chambers, but man, looked like she had a wide open layup, and Chambers closed the gap on her.
Offer gets it into Forbes. Forbes calls out a play. Forbes loses it. It ends up in White's hands. White heading all the way, and then they're going to call foul and a chance for a three-point play. So Ruth is going to pick up the foul.
Hannah Ruth trying to get back in transition, but White doing a good job attacking.
So that is Ruth's second foul. Whittle will come in for Forbes. White will have a chance at three-point play and to take the lead for the Skipjacks.
And Howard's guards having a tough time today. A lot of turnovers.
Makes that. So it's 41-40. Skipjacks in the lead, outscoring the Dragons 15-7 in this quarter. Now Ruth, under a minute left here in the third quarter. Brown over to Ruth. Ruth good drive. Take a two-shot, no good. Rebound drops to Davis, and then she throws it out of bounds.
Out of bounds, to the Dragons.
Davis trying to get the ball ahead to Woodside. A little too tall.
So Whittle gets it into Brown. Now Whittle gets it in return. Ruth pump fakes, drives, gets fouled, misses the layup, but she will go to the line for two. She took a hard fall.
Yeah, that's the second or third time Ruth has done a good job. Pump fake at the top of the key down the lane.
And that is now Diamante Davis, her fourth foul.
That's her fourth. Team's over the limit.
Yeah, that's big. That's big for Chesapeake.
Ruth can't get the first free throw to go.
Dragons gone cold from the free throw line here. They've missed 3 in a row, I think, 4 in a row.
Makes the second one, ties it up at 41. 3.1 second difference between shot clock and game clock. Woodside with the ball. Banks now. Banks gets around defender, bounces it off to Moody. Moody misses the shot. Chambers comes up with the rebound. Chambers needs some help. Gets it up to Offer. 7 seconds on the game clock. Whittle now. And tried to throw it down low to Ruth. It gets smacked out of bounds by the Skipjack. So Dragons will have 2.4 seconds left.
Man, that's a tough pass by Whittle.
Just a little rushed.
Yeah. Got to catch and shoot.
Ruth gets it smacked out of bounds, so we'll stay with the Dragons. So we're going to make a clock adjustment here. 2.1 seconds is now going to be left on the clock. Ruth got it smacked out. Oh, no. And then Chesapeake just throws it away. So at the end of 3 quarters, it is 41 all. We will be back for the start of the 4th quarter. All right, back here in Columbia for the start of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, statistically, the game is pretty close. Team shooting 38, one shooting 35. Rebounds are close. Big thing here is turnovers and steals. Howard has several more turnovers than Chesapeake.
Dragons made 3 substitutions. Jaselskis, Balde, and Walters comes in. Dragons turn it over. Now Woodside has it for the Skipjacks. Davis back to Woodside. Now White. Woodside gets it down low to Davis. Davis gets blocked by Balde. And it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it went off of a Dragon. I thought it went off of Banks' foot.
It looked like it went off of Banks' foot. Yeah. Balde doing a good job on Davis down there. That's the second time she's blocked her shot here in the second half.
Yeah. And then, it's tough. She only has 1 foul to work with, I believe.
Yeah.
She's up to 4. So now Woodside, her pass is tipped and stolen away by Forbes. Forbes gets it over to Putman, and Putman gets a layup to go.
Good pass by Forbes. I was wondering if she's going to see her running on the left side.
So Woodside over to Banks. Banks is going to drive. Throws up a shot too strong. Moody goes up for it, but it's poked away by Balde. Now Davis, and then it's stripped away. Balde comes up with the steal. Now Forbes. Good take all the way, misses the layup. Putman gets the offensive rebound. And then they call a travel on Jayla Putman.
Wow. That's a tough call. She didn't even have the ball in the hands. How do you call a travel?
All right, so Woodside. Yeah, it's a tough call, especially in a close game like this.
Yeah. Jayla Putman with an offensive rebound, so we thought.
Now White, deep 2, no good. Moody ends up with the offensive rebound. Balde gets the block, but they call a foul on the body, and that'll be Baldy's day. So Moody will go to the line for 2 free throws. Chambers will come into the game for Balde.
first.
And offensive rebounds by Chesapeake spells the end to ball day. Got the block, but the foul that time.
Moody will be shooting her first free throws of the game.
Taisha Moody will hit the line, shooting.
And August will come back into this game for Chesapeake.
And Davis goes out. So you pick your poison. Where would you rather have, Davis or August?
Yeah.
Man.
Moody gets the first free throw to drop. 43-42.
Yeah.
Second free throw. Makes that as well. Tied it up. 43 apiece. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Putman now looking to try and get it down low to Chambers. Has to just cycle it over to Jaselskis. Now Forbes. Chambers needs some help. Kicks it out to Putman. Now Jaselskis going to shoot a three. Gets it to go. Big shot by Kaden Jaselskis.
That's a big shot. The net didn't even move.
Now Woodside. White's going to drive. Dumps it back now. Moody for three to answer. No good. August gets the offensive rebound. And now Banks has to throw it out to Woodside. 10 seconds on shot clock. Moody down low to August. And August gets fouled by Chambers.
Yeah, Chambers getting called for the foul, playing behind August. August is the size of a guard, but she does a great job posting up. She's very strong in the post.
That is Chambers' third foul. Gus misses the first free throw.
Gus, maybe a little cold. She's been setting for a long time.
Yeah.
She picked up that third foul, or fourth foul, was it, early?
Yep.
Yeah.
Gets the second free throw to go. Dragons up 46-44. Forbes now gets it across the line. Now Putman. And Jaselskis just hands it off to Forbes. Now Putman for three along the baseline. No good. Rebound drops to White. White's pushing it, but then she's just going to slow it down, swing it over to Banks. Banks thought about a three, then gets it baseline to Moody, and then Chambers picks up her fourth foul.
Yeah. Hannah Chambers, that's you rather just keep her hands up on that call. You want to keep her in the game. Wow, that's a tough one.
So that is tough. And now Moody misses the first free throw.
Our foul is on number 21.
Well, Chesapeake does a great job moving without the ball. And they're finding each other along the baseline.
So Offer's going to have to come in for Chambers. Makes the second one.
Re-entering the game for the Dragons.
Offer will come in for Chambers. Dragons have a 1-point lead.
Sonny Offer, we need you now.
Forbes over to Putman. Now to Offer. Forbes. Back to Jaselskis. And Jaselskis turns it over. Forbes tried to run to the ball. Jaselskis threw it to where she was initially.
Yeah, that's defensive pressure. Jaselskis is looking to get rid of the ball. Shot clock running down.
And a timeout on the court.
Timeout on the court.
Yeah, Chesapeake wants to talk about it for a minute.
Yep.
Give their players a break.
30-second timeout. So the Dragons have 28 turnovers today. and that's led to 22 points off turnovers to their 9. So
Yeah, that's the difference of the game. 18 turnovers for Chesapeake, 28 for the Dragons, and they have not got above 15 turnovers or so at home here for quite a while. So, yeah.
Chesapeake has definitely added some pressure to their defense.
Yeah, they turned the pressure up, and Lauren Banks has been carrying Chesapeake here in the second half. She has 15 points, 9 for Davis and Augusta is just back in the game.
And she has 10 now.
Yeah.
Jayla Putman leads the Dragons 10 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. So somehow I do not believe this is a 30-second timeout anymore.
No, it doesn't seem like it. I think they turned it to a full timeout.
So yeah, Dragons are going to need, Forbes has yet to score today. Asani Offer only has 2 points.
Yeah.
They're going to definitely need some contributions from them.
Yeah, that's 18, 20 points right there that you don't have. That's between those two.
Jaselskis came on, got that big-time 3. She did have a turnover, but, they're going to possibly need her to hit some threes going down the stretch here.
Yeah, that's a big bucket. They have both three-point shooters in the game once again. Got Mariah Ruth and Jaselskis in.
Now Banks, floater off the backboard, gets it to go, coming straight out of the timeout. 47-46, skipjacks.
Yeah, that's too easy. Banks is right by Jaselskis.
Now Ruth, out to Forbes. Putman, over to Offer. Offer floater, no good. Rebound drops to Woodside. She gets it up to White. White throws it all the way down to August. And now White just settles it down and gets it to Woodside. Moody. Inside to August. Out to White for 3. No good. Ruth comes down with the rebound. She gets it to Forbes. Forbes loses it, but it goes back to Ruth. Now Offer to Jaselskis, who's going to shoot a 3 and gets that one to go.
Same spot. Same spot for Jaselskis. Catch and shoot.
No hesitation. Dragons back up by 2. Now Banks, baseline jumper, no good. Forbes tries to get the rebound, taps it over to Putman. And then Putman gets it back to Forbes. Ruth now. And a double dribble on Mariah Ruth.
Yeah, Ruth trying to find Putman on the cut.
Whittle's going to come into the game for Forbes.
Yeah, Mariah Ruth is staying there in the 1-3-1 right now.
So Woodside gets it across the timeline. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Banks now with it. Throws it over to Moody. Moody drives across the lane. Gets fouled. So she will go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul's going to be on Jaselskis. I believe that's her first.
Yeah, I don't believe the Chesapeake has yet to hit a 3 today. They're attacking the basket.
0 for 9.
Mm-hmm.
Dragons 6 of 15. 2 big ones from Kaden Jaselskis. Moody on the first one, too strong.
White will step in on the free throw line to rebound.
Makes the second one. Dragons up by 1, 49-48. Whittle gets it across the line over to Ruth. Now Putman. Jaselskis good drive. Has to just hand it off to Putman. Putman, baseline 3, no good. Moody comes down with it. A little rush there.
Jella Putman didn't have her feet set. Not a good look for her.
Now Banks. Out to Woodside. And a foul is going to be called on Jaselskis.
Yeah, they're going to say she was shooting too. Looked like she was getting ready to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chesapeake will be in a bonus going forward. That's 5 fouls.
Woodside misses the first free throw. Second one is good, so we are all tied up, 49 apiece. Whittle gets it across the line. Now Putman. Whittle, good a drive. Tries to kick it out. It's hit by Chesapeake. And then a turnover. Jaselskis was able to save it, tried to throw it off a Chesapeake player, but missed him, and it went out of bounds.
Dragons in a little full court pressure.
Banks dribbles it off her foot, and Offer comes up with it. Offer just going to continue to go. Then she is fouled. She missed the shot, and that is a Gus fifth foul.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a critical call. Asani Offer, a little hesitation move. Euro step. Whole lot of things happened on that play that she got the call.
And the Skipjacks bench wanted to travel.
Yeah.
So the first foul for the Skipjacks in this quarter is a major one.
Yep.
Their leading scorer is now out for the rest of the game. Davis comes in for her. She has 4 fouls. Offer misses the first free throw.
Yeah, free throw is going to be key. 3:42 right now.
Gets the second one to go. So Dragons are back up by 1. 3:42 left in the fourth quarter. Banks might have got away with the extra step there. Gets it to White. Then they get it down low to Davis. Davis gets it to go, and Ruth fouls her.
Yeah. Well, Ruth's back there knowing that they're going to Davis. You can't let her catch the ball that deep.
And Ruth, that is her 3rd foul.
Davis right off the bench with a chance for 3.
Gets that to go. So Skipjacks up by 2, 52-50. Whittle now gets it on the other side to Putman for an easy basket. Good job by Whittle.
Yeah. With hesitation by Whittle, a little bounce pass to Putman. She's in the right spot.
Woodside gets it up to Davis. It's poked away by Ruth. So we'll stay with Chesapeake.
Out of bounds, possession to the Skipjacks.
It's getting quite contentious in this crowd.
Oh, yeah. It's an intense game. This is good. We have a good ball game here.
So Woodside now over to Moody. Baseline 3, no good for Banks. Ruth is going to throw it up. And there goes out of bounds off of Jaselskis.
Ruth, that's an ill-advised outlet. Defense is all over that one.
Now Woodside with the ball. Kicks it into Banks. Banks right around the free throw line. Takes it 2, no good. And then they're going to call a foul on Asani Offer. And they give Coach Barnes a technical foul.
The initial foul was going Howard to protect Sonny Offer.
So Sonny Offer picked up her third foul. Coach Barnes picked up a technical foul.
Yeah, and that was somewhat strategic because they had the ball already.
Yeah.
That was a tough call on Sonny Offer there. Looking, see where the foul was, but
So Woodside's going to go to the line for the technical free throws, and then Davis will go to the line, I believe, for the non-technicals. Misses the first one.
Greg, no, you can be louder than that.
Makes the second one, so Chesapeake now has a 1-point lead.
Davis will have 2.
This is the first one. No good on the second one.
Chesapeake gets 1 point thus far. They'll have the ball on the sideline.
Yeah, it's a 1-point lead. It's Chesapeake's ball. Up by 1. Woodside throws it into White, who gets it back to Woodside. Now White over to Woodside inside to Banks. Banks right around the free throw line, no good. And the rebound falls to Putman, who gets around the defender. And she gets it down low to Offer. Offer misses the shot, gets her own rebound, and then she's fouled, and that should be on Davis.
Yeah.
And that is her fifth foul.
Davis, and that's it for her.
And she's perplexed, but I mean, that was definitely a foul.
The way they've been calling this game, she should not be perplexed at all.
So Offer will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Yeah. Yeah, we call that a ticky-tack foul. But nonetheless, it's a foul. So she's gone. Augusta's gone.
And Davis had 12 points. Augusta had 10. Second and third leading scorers of today for their team. Offer misses the first free throw. Misses the second one. Rebound drops to Moody. And now Woodside has it. White gets the pass. Now back over to Woodside. Now White. And she travels. A good defense by the Dragons.
Dragons just staying at home at that 1-3-1.
So now Whittle gets it across the line. 2 minutes left. Offer drives. Can't get the shot to go. And Woodside pulls down the rebound. And she's just going to take it the whole way. And then they're going to call an offensive foul. Good job by Mariah Ruth.
Yeah, Mariah Ruth. That's a big play. Turnover for Chesapeake. Mariah Ruth standing right in there. Woodside a little out of control.
And that is Woodside's third foul.
Chesapeake fouls on number 21, Ariana Woodside. Her third and the team's third.
Playoff atmosphere here in the Caller Foundation complex. Putman gets it over to Offer. Offer gets around Banks. Gets the layup to go, and they retake the lead. What a move by Asani Offer.
Yeah, good swipe and go by Asani Offer.
Moody gets it, has to throw it across the Woodside. Woodside gets it to White. White can't get it to go, and Ruth pulls down the rebound, but then turns it over to Woodside, and she misses the shot, and then Offer comes down with it. and they call a travel on Asani Hopper. And I feel like there was a lot of contact while she was moving up the court.
No, you didn't feel like it. There was a lot of contact. There was a lot of contact.
So Chambers is going to come in for Jaselskis.
Entering the game for the Dragons, number 21.
Good move getting Hannah Chambers in. More defense in the game.
So now White gets the inbound. It's Woodside. Dragons up by 1. Banks is going to shoot a 3. Misses it. Asani Hopper comes down with the rebound. And then they call a foul.
My friend, that's what we call a makeup call.
Absolutely. I was about to say, if they called a jump ball, that was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But, yep.
That's what you call a makeup call.
So Plotman gets the inbound pass. And then she gets fouled by Woodside, which that will be her 4th.
1 minute to go in regulation.
And we're down to 57.4 seconds left.
And Putman will go to the line. She'll have, in a bonus, I think she'll have 2.
Chesapeake on number 21, Ariana Woodside. That's her 4th team spin.
We got a nail biter here at the Collar Foundation Arena. Boy.
Putman can't get the first one to drop. Gets the second one. Dragons up by 2. 55-53. Woodside gets it to Banks. Banks is going to bring it up. Bounces over to Woodside. And now Banks. Dragons are just not going to let Banks do it. They'll let anybody else. White drives, gets it over. Now Moody. Back out to Woodside. Under 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Woodside gets over to Moody for 3. No good. Whittle comes down with it, and the Dragons can just hold on to it if they want. They have to foul.
Pass the ball. Pass the ball.
And Whittle gets fouled by Banks.
And Woodside got hit in the lip there.
Yeah. So Whittle will go to the line. Dragons up by 2. That is Banks' 3rd.
Whittle trying to dribble the clock out. A little too much time. She can hit these free throws. That'll go a long way, though.
Can't get the first one to drop. Timeout called by Coach Gwen Barnes of the Skipjacks.
Timeout on the court.
Coach Barnes discussing something with the officials there.
She said no one was on the box for the first free throw.
Yeah.
We're going to step aside. 18.5 left in this game. 55-53. Dragons are up. All right, we are back here. Matt Trudell, Mike Withers with you for at the very least the last 18.5 seconds of this fourth quarter and regulation. Whittle has an additional free throw. She can make it a 3-point lead for the Dragons. and gets it to go. So it's a 3-point lead by Dragons. White gets it into Woodside. And a timeout is called by Coach Barnes.
Oh, did Coach Barnes call a timeout? I thought that was Chesapeake that called a timeout.
They're both Barnes. So, I mean, Glenn Barnes.
There you go.
It's the battle of the Barnes.
The battle of the Barnes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know, I've been screwing that up all game. I meant to say Aaron and Gwen, but.
Uh,
All right, so Chesapeake needs a 3. Or we
either
will be-
3 or a 2 and a turnover.
Yep.
Either one. They haven't hit a 3 all day.
I
I
had
don't want to jinx them.
the JV game was here on Wednesday night. It went to double overtime. JV won. But at the end of the first overtime, the Dragons were down by 3, and Harkham had the ball. And they took a timeout. I was like, all Coach Thomas wants is a steal and a made 3, and we'll go to double overtime, no problem. And that's exactly what happened. So
There you go.
he was giving me praise for that earlier when I was talking to him while we were waiting for the game to start.
Well, Howard has the opportunity here to deny the inbounds, try to get a 5-second call. Be a turnover.
It looks like they readjusted the clock, so it'll be 17 seconds left.
Yeah. 17, and it's not the NBA, so they don't get the ball, move the ball into the front court. So they
All right. So Woodside looking to inbound it, gets it to Banks. And now Moody getting trapped. She needs some help. Gets over to Woodside, goes off her leg. It will be Dragons ball. And you know, I was going to say, Skipjack's 0 of 12 from the 3-point line. You know, it would have been what a time. Coach Aaron Barnes calls a timeout now to set up a play for her team.
I got to get the ball in, and somebody has to hit free throws because you know they're coming.
Yeah.
Now you want to move the basketball. Ball comes in, you want to move the ball, make them play catch up at this point. Don't
This
turn
is-
their ball over.
This is probably, you know, one of the best environments we've had in this building all year. We got fans standing through the
Yeah.
timeout.
Yeah, it's been a great game, very competitive game. It's been physical.
Some Chesapeake fans made the journey across the Bay Bridge to be here.
Yeah, it's been a game of runs. Chesapeake started out on a run. Howard came back on a run. Chesapeake third quarter run. Howard evened it out.
Yep.
Seesaw battle.
Yeah.
Point lead with 9.3 seconds to go.
And both teams have had a lopsided quarter. Dragons outscored Chesapeake 20-6 in the second. Chesapeake outscored the Dragons 15-8 in the third.
Yep. So it's
And
been,
it has been a game.
yeah, it's been a game of runs. It's been a physical game. And boy, Dragons clawed their way back in, had a double-digit lead, lost the lead. Chesapeake came back, had a 1-point lead at one point
Yep.
in his quarter, and again, Dragons able to get back in front.
So it'll be Dragons ball right in front of the Dragons bench.
Oh, 'cause
Putman.
they call a time. Oh, that's all right. They move the ball up. All right.
Putman gets it into Whittle. She can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. So it'll be Chesapeake's ball.
Yeah, and that's interesting. They tried to foul Whittle. They were grabbing her, pulling her, but no call. Wow. Man, this has been a roller coaster ride here.
All right, Woodside gets it into White. White over to Nichols, back to White. And now Woodside's just got to shoot a 3 at the buzzer, and she misses it. It was a perfect length, but off to the side. And the Dragons will win 56-53. They will improve to 15-8, 8-3 at home, and 5-3 in the 8-3 in the conference. The Skipjacks will fall to 8-11, 4-5 in the conference. That'll do it for us on this game. 20 minutes from now, the men's game will start. And thank you, everybody, for watching. Dragons pick up a big win. We will be back Wednesday against CCBC of Catonsville.